We're getting near the end of this week's Bullseye, but before we go, a recommendation from me. It's the Outshot. Folks ask me sometimes who my broadcasting hero was. Who was that person who inspired me to take up a career in radio? And I love Terry Gross and Ira Glass and Ray Suarez as much as the next public radio host does. But if somebody asks me that question, that who inspired you question, and I say Terry and Ira and Ray, I'm not telling the whole truth. The whole truth is that the guy who made me want to be a broadcaster was a play-by-play man, an old schooler with big tinted eyeglasses and a cigar in the broadcast booth. It was Hank Greenwald.
Maldonado with the lead from third, Butler off second, Thompson from first in the pitch, and Clark hits it up the middle in a center field base hit. Maldonado scores. Here comes Butler on his way to third as Thompson. The Giants lead 3-1.
Hank Greenwald called San Francisco Giants games when I was a kid, when I really lived and died with that team. And I'd never have gone into radio if I hadn't heard him.
At second, Walton at first, Bedrosian throws to Sandberg, and the pitch is grounded to second base. Thompson has it, throws to first. It's over. 27 years of waiting have come to an end. The Giants have won the pennant.
Baseball is the only one of the big American sports that works on the radio. In fact, sometimes I think it's better on the radio. And when I was a kid, I spent hours and hours tuned to KNBR 680, the 50,000-watt flamethrower out of San Francisco, listening to Giants games, way past my bedtime.
Hansel looks back at second base. He throws to Robbie Thompson, who swings and hits one high in the air to left field. Ball is well hit. It is at the fence. It is gone!
Baseball works on radio because it's slow. And because there's only one thing happening at a time. Listen to a basketball announcer on the radio, and it's all that they can do to follow the ball. You're lucky if you're listening to football and you know what formation the offense came out in. But in baseball, there's time for the action, and then there's extra time for everything else. A great baseball announcer has a chat with the listener. They're a friend or a companion, I guess, since there are so many baseball games. They talk baseball, you listen for the little bits of who they are that slip in around the edges. Listening to a ball game is fun when the action is really whizzing, but it's just as good in an 8-0 game when nothing much matters, or in a rain delay when literally nothing is happening, or when it's the bottom of the 15th inning and the game just entered its 6th hour.
Oh, boy.
And that's what the Dodgers
have just done. Well, I'm busily erasing notes I made in the margin of my paper today so that I can write Hansel in here right now. Yeah, let's see. That was the position that Dave Hansen started with. Where are we putting these guys? He batting ninth or no? I had Murphy eighth. I don't know.
Hank Greenwald left the Giants in the mid-'90s. That's a long time ago now. But even his memory felt like a friend to me. Or maybe not a friend, maybe a favorite uncle, the kind who always brings you something when he comes over. He was smart and funny, relaxed, he had a wonderful voice. And the two of us, him a middle-aged New Yorker with an unlit cigar, and me a 10-year-old with a pocket radio, we'd bond over this slow, easy game that we both love so much. I honestly don't know if Hank Greenwald was a good man or a good father or a good Scrabble player or good company at dinner. But I do know that I am grateful for the hours that I spent with him, the hours that I spent counting on him. Hank Greenwald died last week at 82, and I want to thank him. He changed my life forever, just by being there.
Bonds away from first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hansel throws. Bonds is running the pitch. Hit into left center field. It's going to fall for a base hit, and it gets beyond Reggie Williams. Here comes Bonds around third. He's coming to the plate. He scores, and the Giants win.
That's my outshot.